Hello, and welcome back after our break because Dina was on vacation. We are coming back strong and still talking about how to debunk the sexual myths, right? Because as Dina was gone, I started receiving a lot of emails and messages asking what happened to our podcast because people were just getting started. They were warming up. The audience wanted to hear more. The audience wanted to participate. So I'm so excited and thrilled that Dina is back and we continue our conversation. So Dina, first tell a little bit about how was the vacation.
Irina, I missed the fun day, the Mondays, but I had a well-deserved vacation. I went with my mom on a cruise
Mm-hmm.
experience, a cruise ship, and we went to the Mexico Riviera. It was
Mm,
relaxing. It was beautiful. Look, I live on an island, but see another part of because when Mexico is no island, but we were on the beaches, and it's
mhm.
different. So I loved it. I loved networking with other people. That experience was unforgettable. I made memories
Mhm.
together with my mom, and I'm very grateful for this period because some of us didn't have that the time with our moms. So I'm very grateful.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, super important. And I totally hear you about, like being with somebody, like especially mom, somebody who is close, right? And I think these moments are truly treasurable and important in our lives. So definitely something to cherish. So congrats and welcome back. And today we continue our conversation about sexual myths and to see how we can actually uh, get the truth, right?
Yes, that's the intention. So
Mm-hmm.
we will start immediately because we are not holding back today. So,
Totally.
part two, a myth. Alcohol always enhances sexual experiences. What do you think?
You know what? A little bit. Like I would like to get like one glass of wine because it gives me like that, like relaxation, and I'm like a little bit. I do not have to consume a lot to feel tipsy a little bit, right? So the idea is, yes, I can totally enjoy it without it, but just a glass of wine really, like brings just that, relaxation state, and I'm like feeling more in the vibe. Obviously if we consume too much, it's like all we want is just to sleep and there is no performance for sure.
You nailed it again. You're good. I know that.
Woo!
Reality. It's a slap in the face, but while a little alcohol might
Mm-hmm,
lower inhibitions, yeah,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
excessive drinking can impair judgment, and that's a crucial item, especially when you are with strangers.
Totally.
So yes, so you need to, if you are with your partner and you want to let loose, be open, go ahead, get yourself drunk.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are with someone that you don't know, it will impair your judgment, and the day after you will get
Regret.
uh-huh. So it can also reduce sexual arousal. It's
Mm-hmm.
very important for women because some women they do have, they cannot feel themselves. They are not connected with themselves. So if you,
Mm-hmm.
on top of that, going to drink alcohol and reduce your sexual arousal, you'll be just there laying as a doll.
Mm.
Mm. And you will, and it won't for me, when I hear women tell me, "Oh, sex is just sex," it's because they didn't get, they're not connected with that part of them. They never have gotten aroused such a way that they really experience that magic moment. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
alcohol can also negatively impact performance, as you said. you can just fall asleep.
Right.
It is,
Totally.
it's
I am
important.
just like that. If I have more than one glass, that's it.
It's important to know your limits, and for quality intimacy, that's important. So
Mm-hmm.
myth number 2: if you're not having sex, your relationship is failing. What do you think?
Well, sex is one part of it, but there is other way of intimacy, right? When we are talking about emotional intimacy, when we can do things, but you know what? Without sex, I don't think so. We can, continue going because sooner or later people are going to look for it outside of the relationship.
Yeah, kind of. I'm going to explain it like this. Many relationships experience phases where sexual activity decreases, okay, due to
Yeah,
various life,
phases, yes. Phases, yes. Mm-hmm.
various due to various life circumstances. And it's
Mm-hmm.
essential to focus on overall relationship satisfaction,
Mm-hmm.
which can and include emotional intimacy, not
Mm-hmm.
only sexual intimacy,
Right.
because there are
Mhm.
a lot of other types of intimacy that you can help each other through that period if sex cannot be performed the way you normally would have. Okay,
Mhm.
so myth number 3.
Or can I just add something to that?
Of course.
I was just, coming across the post, and it's like the purest wisdom, right? Because when we talk about sex, and the poster said, take away the sex, and a lot of couples don't even have anything to do or to talk about. And this is the sad part, right? So, like people have to learn how to get connected, not only on the intimacy level, like a sexual level, but there is intimacy when in communication, intimacy to get to know your partner on a deeper level, what they're all about, what do they like, explore the world together, go to the beautiful adventurous places together, right? So the idea is, people have to be connected not only on the physical level, because physical level can be soon gone, and what's going to be left, right? So the partnerships that are really like striving together and connected are the ones who also excel on other levels, not only on sexual level.
True. I'm totally with you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue to myth number 3.
Mm-hmm.
People who are sexually active are more experienced. What do you think?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So I guess again, it all comes from our, like sexual energy we can explore on our own. We do not have to be necessarily with somebody. And yeah, so sexual energy is actually determine your sexual activity. But again, even without the partner, you can still, like be with yourself.
Yeah. So I totally agree with you because as everybody know, something personal, because we need to share our personal stuff also,
Mm-hmm.
because we are real person sharing and helping each other. So as a single woman and a sex coach, when I date, the usually the men think I am all experienced personally. I know what I like, and I like the soft, the holistic, the tantra sex. And
Mm-hmm.
if you talk about personally, if I've ever been in a threesome, no, because it's not necessary. That's for me,
Mm-hmm.
sharing a very beautiful energy that I have, and I've
Mm-hmm.
worked very, very hard for it, and for nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's important for everybody to know that this myth doesn't always is the truth, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because each person's journey is different, and someone who has been sexually active may not necessarily have a deeper understanding or appreciation for intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sex, that's intimacy. And it's pornography if you just release. You can just have a vibrator or a
Mhm.
an how you call that for men? I forgot the name, but a vibrator if you just use sex to release stress. Okay,
Mhm.
so you want me to continue with the fourth one?
Yes, totally. Yes.
Okay, another myth: you can't enjoy sex after a certain age.
So
What do you
not true. So not true, right? Because that's exactly the myth. Like they say that younger people are more sexually active because there are young people who either are not very well skilled in that, or they do not, like they are focusing more on their studies or on the career, right? So it's age is just the number. So basically, it's all about the personality and what is important to the person.
I think that when someone the younger generation are focused on body counts. Okay, so the
Mhm.
reality is many people find fulfilling sexual experience well into their later years. With
Mhm.
changing bodies come new opportunities for intimacy,
Right.
and many factors contribute to sexual satisfaction regardless of age. So
Mhm.
it's a myth, and we debunked it. We just
Mhm.
corrected it. Okay. Another myth: all women are naturally good at sex.
No, of course not. Of course
No.
not. It's all about, right? We were never born to be like the finished product, right? That's the beauty of life. Like we continuously refining, we continuously exploring, and and there are a lot of, like a lot of times I talk to men and I hear them complaining that some women are just, like what you call it, like a log. They are not really actively participating.
Not only that, Irina, I like it that you shared that part. They are
Mm-hmm.
just a log, and they didn't um, take care of their pelvic
Mm-hmm.
muscles, and they are so weak that it's like
Mm-hmm.
they are intimate, they have intercourse, they don't feel anything when they enter a woman. So
Mhm.
you need to have a strong pelvic muscle, and you need
Mhm.
to train that. And um,
Mhm.
so as a woman, that is your responsibility, not only to have pleasurable sex, but to take care of your not to pee your panties when you
Mhm.
laugh or cough or sneeze.
Mhm.
And it's your responsibility to keep your organs in place, because that's
Mhm.
muscle that we have to take care,
Mhm.
to help keep your organs in place. Yeah, because we
Mhm. So important.
have a
Yep.
hole there. So I think we all debunked that one also. Another myth: you have to have an orgasm every time you have sex.
No, and I remember you already touched on that, right? That like it's like a different type of intimacy, right? Even without the orgasm,
Yes,
especially for the man, right? That they do not have to ejaculate.
yes, yes. And also for the woman. Okay, it's some men. I do have some clients, men, that if they work abroad, and when they come back to the island, they they tell me they need to take care of their women. So the women need to come and come and come so many times
Mhm.
because they weren't here. And I tell them, no, it's not the truth. The women need to feel when it's time to take care of that part.
Mhm.
So they need to have their toys or their vibrators ready when they feel it, not to wait
Mhm.
until you are here. So
Mhm.
the making love is, if it doesn't end in an orgasm and it's satisfying, it's okay.
Right.
And if
Totally.
the man is taking care of their strength by not ejaculating, it's okay, because some women think that they are cheating. It's not true. Because if the men is are aware that they are releasing their strength when they ejaculate and they want to keep it, they just keep
Mm-hmm.
it. They just get their orgasm without ejaculating. Okay. So another myth. So what is the time? Do we have time? Yes, we have time.
Yes, we still have 10 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Another myth. Sexual attraction is always instant. What do you think?
No, because like especially like the more mature you become, the more you realize that this is not the case. And sometimes that sexual intimacy and the desire builds with the time, because right now for me you can't impress me just with the looks. It takes so much more.
Yes, true. I can share a personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a couple of years ago, I was single after my marriage, and a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine, told me, "Look, I have someone here. He is my colleague, and you you are alike. I know you as a friend, and I know him. So
Mm-hmm.
I want a blind date between you guys." So I did go to the blind date, and this gentleman was not my type
Mm-hmm.
at all. But because my friend told me, give him a chance, we had a long relationship, very good intimacy. But this was it was grown, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yes.
developed over the time. The
Mm-hmm.
emotional connection and the shared experience and the comfort and the attraction came after
Mm-hmm.
getting to know him. So
Mm-hmm.
it started platonic and it became
Mm-hmm.
a relationship. So that's how I wanted to debunk this myth. And
Mm-hmm.
you can grow it if you want, okay? If you're good people, good person.
Yeah, it's all about, depends on the core values, right? If
Yes.
somebody just looking for the like beautiful face, it's like one stage, right? But if you want more than that, if you want the depth, if you want, like, for me is the most important, generosity from a man, the man who really cares about me, the man who is going to give the world to my feet, that's my man.
Yes. Perfect. Explain. So the last myth that I have, all sex partners have to be compatible. What do you think?
Wait, what do you mean defined by all?
That's what they say. All sex partners, so people that you are being intimate with, have to
Mhm.
be compatible.
In the bed, I think this is something that you can teach people, right? If there is something, and I'm a true believer, like each time when you are having the intimacy with the new person, it still requires the adjustment. It's, like, to feel the person, to know the person, what they like, and to really get to let them know what you like in the bed, right? So I think, as long, for me, I think the most important thing for the person to be sensual. If the person is sensual, they are teachable. If they do not have that sensual part, if they are just rough and, like, they do not take their time, no.
True. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more. While compatibility can enhance sexual experiences, many couples find ways to navigate differences in desires or
Mm-hmm.
preferences through communication and creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to be
Totally.
open for that. And the reason why this is not happening between a lot of partners is because of religion and beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
That's all what's happening. So for you to, if you're not compatible and you're not open, it's a no-go. The relationship will
Mm-hmm.
not last. If you're not
Absolutely.
compatible, if you're not compatible, you should be open for
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
experience. Yeah.
Yep.
These
Totally.
are the myths that I've chosen for today.
I love it. I love it. And I think it's also like, the more we live, the more we explore, the more we just come around something that we would be like questioning, is this the real stuff or this is just the myth, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
that that list can be added more
yes,
and more and more.
yes. More. I can add more, but we have so many minutes, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it will be
Totally.
these are the most common ones, and I think we are doing a good job by
Totally.
opening the communication for people to
Mm-hmm.
learn that, hey, what is said out there, it's not necessarily the truth. Okay, it's a myth.
Absolutely. Yes. So Dina, say what event are you having?
Oh yes, this the 12th of April at 10
Mm-hmm.
a.m. I'm having how to handle menopause like a queen.
Mhm.
And it's
Mhm.
not only for women, it's for partners of women in perimenopause or menopause. It's for young ladies that are planning to become older. These are for
Mhm.
co-workers that are working with women in menopause. These are
Mhm.
for leaders that are working
Mhm.
that have menopausal women. Um,
Mhm.
leaders that are everybody that is working with women. Okay, because
Totally.
it does give a strain to every relationship, not only in marriages. Okay, the
Mhm.
12th of April at 10 a.m. I have a Zoom event together with Vanessa Mambi she's a Dutch lady, and she will talk about living healthy, eating healthy, and that kind of stuff. So the link is will be placed uh,
Mhm. In the comments,
in the
yes. Mhm.
and
Awesome.
yes, that's what I have for this week.
Yes, and for me tonight, I have my amazing masterclass. I'm actually opening the curtain to my membership, and I'm inviting everybody. Just click on the link. It's the masterclass is the cost of inactivity, inaction, right? So it can apply to any area of our life. Sometimes we are sitting and waiting for something, whether like we are waiting to become more pretty, to lose the weight before we start attracting that ideal partner, or we are waiting until the time is right. And the truth is that this is just the cost that we are paying if we are delaying something from happening. And sometimes that cost becomes very expensive. It's all about our time. It's about monetary. It can even show up as some drastic event that happens in our life. So I'm going to cover this all during the masterclass. Register, and I'll meet you there, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. All
I,
right.
I forgot to tell you, I'm having a talk and a podcast with Toby this Thursday. We are
Awesome.
going to do talk everything about the sexual, what they don't talk about sex. That
Okay.
we are going to tackle that one at 1 o'clock this Thursday.
Awesome. Yeah. So everybody who is listening, join Dina and Toby for their talk. And thanks so much for tuning in for another episode of Passion Unscripted. And we are waiting for your questions. We are waiting for your comments, for your participation. Because remember, when we actively participate, we are showing the universe that we are ready for something greater, for something bigger, and we all want to be the active participants in our life. Lots of love you all, and see you on the next episode.